What's going on, everyone? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, I want to say thank you so much to each and every single one of you for helping to support the channel. If you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001 where I've been selling graded slabs, loose sports cards, and various other items. If you want to help to support the channel, that's how you can do it. So click the link in the description box below. Thank you, everyone. If you can't tell, I'm still struggling a little bit. I've actually had to shoot this video multiple times because my faculties are still a little screwed up. But I'm up on my 2 feet, which is good. I don't feel like I have to fall on my face or anything like that. It seems to be mostly concentrated in my head and my neck at this point. The tremors that I was having are gone. It's just wild how fast a lot of the symptoms I got went away. I did get tested using this testing kit right here, and tested positive for COVID-19. And let me tell you, the symptoms were awful. It started in my head and my neck, and it just blew up. Sunday going into Monday, going into Tuesday were probably the 2 worst days I had, with cold sweats. I had the chills. I couldn't stop shaking. My faculties were compromised. My motor functions were compromised. The headache that I had, I've never felt pain in my neck and my head like the way I did in the beginning of the week. I'm still unfortunately slurring and stuttering a little bit. I still have a little bit of a lightheaded feeling. At least I'm up on my 2 feet. I can actually grab things. I can grab bottles now. I don't have to I don't have to worry about dropping them, because in the beginning, when I first got this thing, man, I couldn't hold on to anything. I couldn't stand up straight. I couldn't even walk. I mean, this thing really wiped me out. But like I said, I still have a little bit of a headache, and I'm not too positive that I'm going to test negative, because I'm going to test myself here on camera. But I said enough is enough. I was able to get Ivermectin, which you see right here. I marked it off myself with the amount of dosage as per my weight, because there are weight denominations on this. So based on a 200-pound denomination, I marked everything just to make sure I don't screw this up. And I've taken 2 doses so far, and the results are almost immediate. I can focus, I can stand up, and I don't have to worry about getting dizzy spells, falling down. The pain in my neck is just about gone. I still feel it a little bit, maybe in the back of my head, the top of my head. I don't have that pounding, the shaking. Oh God, the shaking, that was the worst. I've never had tremors like I had the past couple of days, but the tremors have, for the most part, subsided. I'll still get them a little bit, but nowhere near like what I had, because my hands would be doing this nonstop. Now, I'm shaking my hand like that just to demonstrate. Now, here I am today, no shakes. Well, you can see still a little bit in my ring finger and my pinky, but for the most part, compared to what it was, I mean, my whole hand, this was it. This is what was happening with me right here, like this. But now if I hold still and I try to control myself, you could still see, like in my pinky and my index finger, I get the tremors. But that's a huge improvement, man. That's frightening when you don't have motor control. But anyway, I've also been supplementing with N-acetylcysteine, vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin D3. That's helped. I've been sleeping well. I couldn't sleep those first 2 or 3 days. Oh my God, because the pain was so bad. But, you know, now that I'm taking the ivermectin with these other supplements, you see, like right here, that's not me doing that. You can see my pinky kind of like. So I still have the shakes just a little bit, but it's nowhere near as bad. But what I want to do is I want to test. So this is test number 2 to see. I'm hoping I test negative. That is just my body recovering from this nonsense. And I've got to say the testing is fairly simple and straightforward. So this particular test comes with these drops. You get the testing pad and then you get the swab. And unlike the ones you would get in the hospital, because before I got vaxxed, which I'm sorry to say, here's my vax record printed directly from Novant's website. I got vaxxed twice, did nothing to prevent this, but they swab you anyway just to make sure that you don't have it, since I guess you're there, you know. But this particular testing kit, it's very easy to use. I'm anticipating it's going to say positive still because, you know, again, I do have a little bit of the shakes. So you take this, you fold it in half, spread it out, crack this off, but you got to be careful not to squeeze too hard. And then you drop 6 drops into the top hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there's 6 drops. I just heard a noise at the door. Hold on, folks. Huh? I'll bring it in later. I actually ordered for 2 gallons of fresh linen scented Odoban. So anyway, because I plan on disinfecting the entire apartment once I start getting better. And then take this guy. Don't even pull it down that far. Just grab it. All you really got to do is take this for 15 seconds. You stick it in your nostrils as far back as you're willing to go for 15 seconds and swirl around one nostril, and then for 15 seconds you go into the other nostril and do the same, and then you place it in the larger hole here, and then you sit and wait, and then you see what happens in swabbing right now. Okay. I doubt that I'm going to test negative today because I still feel like a little meh. But you do this once every 48 hours, so even if I test positive today, I still got time to heal, which is good. So, all right, now that I got all my snot on this, and this is the difficult part right here, if I can get it, because I had trouble with this before. Got it. All right. So that's what you got to do, and then you have to turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it to make sure that solution gets all over the testing pad, and then you rip this guy off here. That's an adhesive, so that the litmus paper that's on there comes in contact with the swab, and then you seal it and you push it down, and now we wait. We see what happens. So you see that blue line. That means if this test works properly, I should get a blue line. That's just a control. You're going to see the litmus paper change color as the solution runs up that litmus paper. I'm hoping it stays blue. We will see. And it's a very easy test. So we're going to let that do its job. So if you're eBay customers of mine, please be patient. I had more customers pay for their cards. I have a lot of catching up to do. I tried to message as many as I could, but the problem is that, I've been so dizzy and so messed up these past couple days that it's been very hard for me to actually read the messages and go through the, emails and everything like that. To sit down in front of the TV set, I was getting headaches and everything else. So today is not all that bad. I might make an attempt to start processing orders. We'll see what happens. And I see a line starting to come through. I'm hoping it's blue. If it's not blue, that means I still got the thing, which means the battle wages on. Yeah, I'm anticipating that this thing's going to test positive still. But, yeah, it's going to take a couple days for it to subside. Yeah, it's testing. Still got to wait for it to settle down. From my eyes, I'm looking right at it. It still is positive, unfortunately. Yeah, it's positive. So that means it's still in me. That means I still have a lot of healing to do. But compared to how I was when I first got this thing last Saturday up until 2 days ago, and I've had 2 doses of that Ivermectin, let me tell you, it's completely, it's turned around quite a bit. I can't find the words. It's just, it was an option that was open to me. I don't recommend anybody do like what I did with the Ivermectin, because you can really, really hurt yourself with this stuff. And that's the problem, is that a lot of people out there don't read first. But so far, after taking 2 doses of it, I feel way, 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 way better. Much better. So it's clear I still got the bug. I still got the Rona. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Just want to take one good quick look at it myself. But yeah, as you can see, I'm still COVID positive, unfortunately. So I still have a little bit of healing to do, but compared to how I was, man, thanks to the Ivermectin and all of this stuff here, it could have been much worse. Much, much worse. Guys, I've never been a denier of COVID. I never denied its existence. What I don't like is the fact that there are people out there who want to force you to put things into your body that you otherwise wouldn't put into your body. And as you saw, and I can prove it, that's my vax sheet. I took 2 vaxes after many doctors browbeat me, into taking 2 doses of Moderna's vax. and what good that did me. You know, so but now I've reached that crossroad. Pardon me. And now I'm dealing with it. So, but yeah, with the NAC, the vitamin C, the calcium, magnesium, zinc, and the addition of the ivermectin, I feel much better. I feel much more coherent. I feel a lot stronger. I still feel a little dizzy. The scratchy throat is still present. And that's really it. The fatigue is starting to finally subside at last because I'm a very independent guy. I've always been an independent guy. I'm not used to being debilitated like that. Let me just move the camera here a little bit. I'm not used to, being knocked on my ass like this. So, I'm doing everything I can that's available to me to make myself feel better. Unfortunately, this is test number 2, and it tested positive for COVID, which sucks. So I got 2 bottles of Otaban sitting outside, as a matter of fact. I got different sprays for different purposes. I ended up getting a bunch of these for like the bed sheets, the pillowcases, clothes, whatever have you. I was able to score some Microban a while back. This is just leftover stuff, basically for spraying around the apartment along with Lysol. But this is what I'll be using on my clothing. I think I got like 6 bottles of this stuff. I also have, which just came yesterday via Walmart. Let me tell you, if you guys get COVID and you get stuck for supplies, even though it's going to cost like an extra $10 to have the stuff delivered to your door, let me tell you, it's a great resource because, I'm not stupid. I don't want my friends getting sick, and I don't want to expose anybody to it. So have stuff delivered to your home. I know it's tough, but the soda band showed up. I got 2 spray bottles, and outside on my patio right now are two 1-gallon refills for this guy, because this is mostly what I'm going to be spraying in my apartment when I feel better. Even though I have been spraying what I had left of the other scent. This stuff here, that's lavender scented. I've been spraying this just about every day into my carpet. You can actually mix this up with your laundry. You can also use this if you have a steam cleaner like I have and you really want to steam clean. This is good to mix up in the tank. And it really leaves everything smelling good. It leaves my apartment smelling awesome. So that's why I bought the 2 gallons, not just to refill these guys here. And besides, I wanted something different to smell. My sense of smell, that's another thing too. My sense of smell is coming back, which is great. This is just to smell something different, because I love lavender. Lavender is one of my favorite scents. But, the spray around the apartment and whatnot, like I bombed my entire patio with the lavender scented stuff, but I recommend this if you're going to clean your carpet. This stuff is really good. Even in your laundry, you take a capful or 2 capfuls and you throw it in your laundry with your regular stuff, and, that helps to, freshen up your clothes and kill germs and stuff like that. So there are things you can do to kind of like mitigate having, contracting COVID. So I also got Lysol wipes off camera. I'm not going to go out of my way to grab them. I think those are self-explanatory. But there's still a lot of stuff to do. Let me pan the camera up here a little bit. I know this isn't my usual filming spot, but there are things you can do. You don't have to be helpless. The more you can cut down on this virus doing damage to you, the better off you're going to be. You know, I mean, the one thing you're going to have to deal with, and a lot of people unfortunately can't deal with it, is being alone and isolated. Me, I have plenty of stuff to do here in my apartment, like video games. I'm going to test myself on some dummy cards to make sure I'm able to handle sports cards in the first place, and see if I can pack 1 or 2 cards based on my orders that I have, you know, just to make sure I don't damage or ding or bend or do anything that could harm, you know, the sports cards I'm selling. So I'm going to test myself today doing that. But anyway, so the battle against the coof rages on, at least for me. But at least I got weapons to try to mitigate its effects. Again, with the ivermectin, you do that at your own risk. I did it because I have that right to try. You know, President Trump actually initiated that when all else fails and all treatments have failed, you have a right to try. In my case, I wasn't willing to wait for the human version of ivermectin to come. So I decided to do this. And I tell you what, after 2 doses of it, I feel a hell of a lot better. So, but clearly it's still in my system. I have just tested positive again, unfortunately. So I still have some recovery time, but I can tell you I'm doing way better than what I was. So that's a good sign that something changed, and it's because of that right there. You know, people want to call it horse paste or whatever it is. That's what it is. But in my case, it's been working, and I'm going to continue to do it until I test negative, and that's where I'm at. So if you're customers of mine on eBay, you know, be a little patient. I'm going to make an attempt to fulfill some orders. I might have to get the post office to pick up the cards from here, so that this way, you know, I don't have to go out. And if I do go out, which I don't even know if I have the physical strength to go out, man. Because let me tell you, folks, this thing wipes you out. It sucks every last bit of energy out of you. I had no idea how bad this thing really affects your body. So anyway, but for now, I'm recovering. I can tell you now, I'm feeling a lot better. My faculties are coming back slowly, even though I'm having to think before I speak so that this way I can sound coherent. But the headache is gone. The dizziness is still there. The runny nose is still there. There's still a little bit of a hint of being shaky or having tremors. That's still there. My appetite hasn't been affected. I've been eating tuna with whole wheat bread and turkey sandwiches, and you know, at least my appetite is in place, which is good. I'm just getting better and better and better. So, thank you everyone for taking the time to watch this. I'm doing this because it's my body, my choice. You hear that, abortion people? My body, my choice. But it doesn't matter when it comes to infanticide. But you know. I always love pointing out that kind of hypocrisy. My body, my choice. Put your mask on, but my body, my choice, right? Yikes. But this is what it's all about, man, you know? So I got a lot of disinfecting in my apartment to do still. I still got a long way to go. It seems like I did test, as you saw, I tested negative again. I tested positive again, excuse me. And it's just going to take some time. If you're not used to being alone, be prepared for that, because, you know, when you isolate, it could affect some people. Me, I'm used to being alone. I like my private time anyway. It gives me a chance to watch some documentaries and brush up on like science stuff and everything else, and that's how I learned about the ivermectin. And stacking that with NAC, that it's supposed to really have an effect on the COVID virus. And here I am. And I tell you what, compared to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, even going into Tuesday, oh my God, man, was that brutal. Now, yesterday and today, with the 2 doses of the ivermectin I took, along with all this stuff here, I feel way better, much better. It's like every day it retreats more and more and more. The symptoms no longer present themselves in the way they did, so I'm going to see if I could fulfill some orders today. I'm going to try, unless my body says enough is enough. Obviously, your body is your doctor, and your body will tell you exactly where you stand as far as, like, you know, how much energy you got, if your body's just too exhausted or any of that stuff. So, you know, don't ignore your body, man. Let me tell you. But I'm doing better. All right, everyone. It's almost 12:30 my time. I haven't had breakfast yet. You can imagine I'm starving. If that's one thing that has not ended or stopped, is my appetite. So, yeah, my appetite is in full swing. So, all right, everyone. Listen, take care. God bless. Stay safe. Be careful, everyone. This thing, I've never denied its existence. I just don't like the idea of some authoritarian fascist, like what happened in my former home of New York City, forcing people to do things with their bodies without consideration for the individual's wants and needs and thoughts. And not everybody's the same. Like, taking this, the ivermectin here, along with this stuff, may affect somebody differently than it does me. In my case, not exactly the fastest, but it's better than what I was able to do before. I couldn't even hold my cell phone in my hand. That's frightening. I couldn't even do this. Hold a bottle of spray in one hand, because it would just slip out of my hand because I couldn't feel my hands. But I'm doing better, guys. That's pretty much it. Nothing else to say. I'll make another follow-up video on something else maybe, and then, as time goes on, we'll see up until hopefully I test negative. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. I will see you soon.